Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do something a little bit off-piste, I suppose. I'm going to make a variation on the British classic dish Spag bol, but instead of using minced beef, I'm going to use corned beef. So this was requested a while back by Modern Classics, and it seems like a very easy and cheap way to produce a very tasty meal. I've never actually done it like this, so it's a bit of an experiment, but I'm sure it'll be wonderful. So if you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get it going. Corned beef, Spag bol. Okay, ingredients for the bol sauce. Oh, by the way, if you've got no idea what I'm talking about when I say Spag bol, it's a Brit abbreviation for spaghetti bolognese, which actually really was never a thing in Italy. They would never have that bolognese sauce, that ragu, with spaghetti. So for our bol sauce with corned beef, you need a can of corned beef, obviously, a can of tomatoes, and some passata or tomato puree. I've also got half a litre of beef stock, a medium onion, a couple of mushrooms, 2 bay leaves, 2 cloves of garlic, and a little handful of basil leaves, and also some ground black pepper. You shouldn't need to add any salt because, you know, between the stock and the corned beef, it should be salty enough anyway. Right, let's chop things up. So we need to top and tail the onion. Chop it in half and peel it, and then cut it into small dice. Okay, ready? You also need to chop the mushrooms quite finely. Brush off any dirt. Now I'm going to chop up the basil leaves, so the easiest way to do that is to kind of make a little stack and roll them and cut them into thin strips, and then cut them across the other way if you want. And now we need to peel and mince the garlic. Now we'll move over to the stove and do some cooking. So you want a heavy bottom pan on medium heat and a couple of tablespoons of oil. This is just sunflower oil, you can use any neutral oil that you want. And then we'll stir in the onions and let those gently cook for about 5 minutes till they're softened but not browned. After that, add the garlic, cook that for about a minute, and then add the mushrooms. And continue cooking for about 5 minutes. Now we can add the stock, the tomatoes, the passata, the basil, the bay leaves, and a grind of black pepper. Stir those all together, let them simmer for about half an hour, and then we'll add the corned beef. I've just had a taste of that, it's really acidic, so I'm going to add about half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda, and that will neutralise the acidity. Yes, it will. Alright, the sauce has had its half hour. I'm now going to cook the spaghetti. So I've got a load of water in a pan. I've got 150 grams of spaghetti. This package recommends 75 grams per person, and there's 2 of us. So I'll just add a good pinch of salt to the water and then whack it on the stove, bring it to the boil. When it's boiling, add the spaghetti and cook that for, well, the packet says 10 to 12 minutes. There's nothing worse than overcooked spaghetti, so it should be al dente. It should have a bit of a bite to it. All right, now we need to deal with the corned beef, which Comes with this bloody stupid key. Come on. I suppose when you invested a few £1,000s in a special canning machine about 100 years ago, and it still works, your accountant would say it's not economical or it's not sensible to replace it with something more efficient. So we're stuck with these again, as always. Lethal metal edges, but wow, that came out all in one. So that is a first. Now I'm going to cut this into cubes about 1 centimetre. So I'll pop the corned beef in with the sauce for the last 5 minutes of cooking. Okay, all done. So this has been drained and sitting on top of the pan for a few minutes because I had to do something technical. There we go. And then some sauce. And if you like, grate some cheese over it. This is Grana Padano, which is very similar to Parmesan. But I think, you know, if you want the authentic British spag bol experience, you should use cheddar. There we go. Beautiful. Right then, taste test. That is fantastic. Really a lot better than I expected. Yeah, give it a go. It's amazing. So, thanks for watching and see you next time.